quickly destroy the Archaeotech engine.
Nothing can be done hastily and prudently, Brother Barricade.
So answers an apothecary. Warning! I'm in place. I am in place. The Xenos are uncounted! In position. Waypoint reached. All die. quickly destroy the Archaeotech engine.
Nothing can be done hastily and prudently, brother Barakiel.
So answers an apothecary. Warning! I'm in place. I am in place. The Xenos are uncounted.
Around dog. The lion is about to wake up.
Yeah, he is. Hey everybody, welcome back to Angry Badger Minis. Alright, so tonight we are going to be, let's see, I gotta change some here, but we're gonna be doing quite a bit actually. Let me see. My DroidCam thing, I gotta change the IP again real quick. It's just the way it works, unfortunately. There we go. Alright, so first things first, I couldn't wait. I went ahead and I put the avatar of Cain together. That being said, he's not completely assembled and he's barely assembled. Like this gauntlet right here is just resting in there because I want to magnetize the weapon arms, and so I will magnetize this gauntlet as well when the time comes. But for now, he's playable. And the same thing will go with his head, because I really dig this Spartan head type deal. I really like this, or at least the plume.
Dog. Nice model.
Thank you. But I also like, you know, the traditional Avatar of Cain head as well. So those will be magnetized. This is barely held on with just a tiny bit of glue. And then I also did not glue the chest piece on, because if I do, then I won't be able to paint it the way that I want to, with all of the lava flow and stuff like that underneath it. And hopefully I'll be able to do that in such a way that you can see through this and see that paint underneath. I'm probably not going to paint the way Games Workshop does, but we'll see. I mean, their paint scheme. So that's where we're at with that. And so all we have left now are 4 Wraith Knights.
Didn't it get Model of the Year?
I don't know. I don't really follow that stuff anymore. It might have, but I honestly don't know. So all we got left is 4 Wraith Knights and 1 Eldar Revenant Titan, and I've already started. I'm not sure for all 4 of the Wraith Knights that I will do the Rhino piece that I was talking about, or at least it won't all look like this. They might be different or smaller pieces or something like that. But this one came out pretty nice. For those of you that haven't seen before, I even made one for the Revenant Titan of a Land Raider. That's kind of, it'll sit flat, like that, and he'll be stepping on top of it as the base, because they don't come with a base, and I need something heavier on the bottom. And if you're new to the channel, thank you for showing up. And yes, we have the ability to make a full Rhino or full Land Raider, so, which we've already done. Alright, so just wanted to give you an update on that real quick, and we'll get into this other stuff before we start actually building a Wraith Knight. So the first thing, we got issues 40 through 43 of the Imperium magazine subscription. And this one looks like we got our last, I believe it's our last AdMech, whatever the hell this thing is. I'd have to look at the other one. Let me set these off to the side, and we will open these together. They say there's 80 issues. I'm not sure how that's going to pan out, because they only gave us 2 binders. So I don't know how all this stuff's supposed to fit inside the 2 binders when I'm already almost full. Alright, so yeah, there it is. So the Cataphren Destroyer. So this should be the 3rd one and the last one of the model. So set that over there, and then let me just adjust this light a little bit in my camera. And for those of you wondering what this is all about, some people didn't buy into it, and I just, I'm trying to share what I did, what I did buy into it with you. Looks like we got some story here. The Gathering Storm, Fall Acadia. Obviously, all of that has already happened.
Current Doc.
Oh,
where do you get the mag?
Oh, so you have to go, if you have something to write with. Actually, you know what? I'll just put it in chat. This is the company that does the subscription. And you basically get it. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I might have a link to their actual website. Stand by 1 second. I'm positive I do. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Okay, that doesn't have. Oh wait, hold on. All right, that doesn't have. That's just an email from them. that's not it. Okay, what's going on here? Stand by. For some reason. Nope. Oh, here we go. Got it. Alright, I'll just put this in the chat for you, and then you will have everything that you need. That is the Imperium magazine deal, and you get all these models. I mean, it's like 2 full, well, the start of 3 armies at least: Space Marines, AdMech, and Sisters of Battle, as well as I think you get Rabute Gilliman with it as well, and then an entire Necron army plus terrain. So that's cool that salamanders are in here. I had no idea. Awesome. And of course, none of this is in order. And that's the thing about the magazine, is they divide everything up into a different order, so that you have to turn, you know, you have to buy them to fulfill the subscription, basically. Oh, look at that. Firstborn Space Marine and Primaris Space Marine. I'm surprised they put that in there. Okay, how to build your Cataphren Destroyer, how to paint it. These are rules. And then battle mat, which some of it. So our next one, we're supposed to have the Chronomancer, read about the Death Guard on an all-new war zone, introducing the Canonist, the Adeptus Sororitas, build and paint the Canonist. So that, I think that might be the first. It might be the very first sister battle that I've gotten out of this for the, you know, like the new sisters. So let's check it out. So here's this dude, Necron, whatever. By the way, I'm not affiliated with GW or anything like that, so if you buy anything, that's on you. I can't give you any discounts or anything. Apologize. I'm just some random YouTuber, Twitcher guy, tweaker. That sounds good at all, huh? Okay, this guy's kind of neat. Got some tentacles, tentacly. I don't have this model. You don't get all this stuff, like the Ghost Ark and stuff, but that's okay. My wife and I made our own Necron Tomb Ancient out of one of these. It's a giant centipede. I featured it briefly, I think, in one of my earliest videos, but I'll be covering that. Like once we get done with the Eldar and Dark Eldar, which I have Dark Eldar parts on the way, that I needed. We'll be moving on to finishing up the Necrons, or I'm sorry, rather adding the new Necrons to my old Necrons. So it goes right into how to build. So there's not a whole lot here. Death Guard, factions, how to paint. Okay, that's why, because this one is mostly rules for the game. Now, of course, this is 9th edition rules, you know, and 10th edition's right around the corner, but that's unfortunately the way Games Workshop does things. And this is all designed to teach you, you know, how to play the game. So you probably already know how to do that. And then there's some other stuff, like this is a mission statement here: restore power. That's kind of cool. Hive levels, lower hive levels, upper hive. Cool. And some of these magazines came with actual boards. Now, I mean, they're cardboard. Wait, no, I'm sorry, they're not cardboard. They're kind of like a hard or thicker card stock, if you will, in poster form that you can, you know, unfold, and some of them were double-sided, which was cool. And you might be able to find these magazines one-offs in, like, you know, your friendly local gaming store, or maybe even Games Workshop. I don't know, because I mean they've got, you know, the price right here, $13.95 though. So here we've got the Canoness model. Yeah, this has got to be my first sister. I don't remember getting any others, although she has a hood and the picture does not. So that's weird. I don't know. Does it come with two different heads? It does not. Okay. Oh wait, no. There's a hood right there. I didn't see it because of her white hair. Right on. Okay. Adeptus Sororitas. Okay, I'm gonna call it. This looks like a Chaos Warrior. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Adeptus Sororitas Command. Oh, this is cool. Argent Shroud. Hold on. Argent Shroud, Sacred Rose, our Martyred Lady, Valorous Heart, Bloody Rose, and Ebon Chalice. Those are cool iconic iconography. Gosh, can't even talk tonight. So this one might be pretty much all about sisters. Looks like it. How to build, how to paint, the data sheet, and we're back into rules. I was wondering when they were going to start stockpiling rules on us, because a lot of the other magazines didn't have a whole lot. And this one's specific to them. Purify the Shrine. Okay. Right on. So next we're supposed to get a layer Stormhost Silver paint and some more terrain. Oh wait, no. I forgot we've already done two. And I have no shortage of terrain, to be honest with you. So here we have the paint, which is good. They gave us a paintbrush. It's a thinner paintbrush than the last one they gave us, so that's nice. The last one they gave us was, I don't know, it was kind of big and stupid, in my opinion. I also don't like how they really package this stuff when they send it to you, but I've bitched about that in a previous video or stream, so I won't go into that. And here we have, so slowly building a Citadel paint collection, even though it's not like going to be all the colors or anything. Let's check this bad boy out. This is, it's a layer brush number 5. Or no, that's a S, my bad. So it's not that thin. I was afraid of that. Hold on. Alright. Set that over there. And welcome to everybody. So what do we got here? One paintbrush, or paint in one brush. With this issue, looks like we got some more Sororitas stuff going on. I'm telling you, it looks like a Chaos Space Marine. I mean, just look at the spike stone and the face. Even though it's not. Corrupted Ingrams. What is this, Destiny? I guess it's a way to make their names up. Thousand Suns, right on. Scourge Stars. How to Paint, Garden Nurgle. So these, yeah, so basically it looks like they're just rolling right into data sheets and rules and some mission sets. Because these are not as detailed as far as stories and stuff like we've talked about in the past, so well, I made that quick. Alright, so now we have, and I don't know why I got them both at the same time, but if you take a look at this, this is what I cannot stand. You have this subscription and you end up getting your stuff in the mail like this. It really irritates the crap out of me. So I pre-opened this one because I didn't know if there was a time limit on this part for GOG, and it has the old Chaos Gate, Final Liberation, Epic 40,000, which is awesome. Warhammer Shadow of the Horned Rat, Rights of War, Mordheim, Warhammer Quest, Battlefleet Gothic, and all these. So, and there was a code in there. So these games are on GOG.com, and they're not expensive at all, which was really cool to find out. You just happen to get them for free with the subscription. So looks like we got some Warcry stuff here, which I've never played before. I don't even have Warcry, to be honest with you. Although that's some cool artwork right there, I gotta say. I don't know what this I don't know what that's for. Oh wait, what do we got here? Round, double, double, triple, triple. Okay, so I guess that corresponds with that. This looks like Kill Team. Guerrilla Tactics, Shock and Awe. Well, it doesn't say Kill Team, but I'm sure that's what it is. It's gotta be. Excuse me. Man, this weather change is crazy. Alright, what is this? Plasma weapons, las weapons, some kind of quick reference sheet. That's obviously for Kill Team. Necromunda. Is all this in this magazine? That's crazy. Got some more cards here. This is definitely Kill Team. It's gotta be. Paint recipe card. Show you guys this stuff. That way you can pause the video or something sometime and print them off if you want. I like to share. Alright. Some pretty cool artwork there. I guess it's showcasing Warcry in this one. Digital Arsenal. Oh, okay. So this has... What is this? So we're basically Warhammer 40k channel mostly, so it's kind of what I mostly cover, or at least the sci-fi portion. Alright, let me see if I can do anything here. Galactic Warhost Dark Tide, a modeling and painting article inspired by the new first-person action game Dark Tide. Flashpoint, Nephilim, Necron's Army of Renown, Kill Team, Engage, Adapt or Die. The Lure, Echoes from the Warp, Brush Tips. 5 kill teams on an expedition in space is what they put. I didn't just say that. So this must be their Dark Tide stuff here. Let's see. Okay. Model of the month, Peoples. Now that's cool. They did one Terminator for almost all of the main legions. Night Lords, Iron Warriors, Alpha Legion. I'm assuming that's Word Bearers and Black Legion. I think. Nurgle Demon, that looks like a kit bash to me. I could be wrong. I don't recall that one. Plague Marines of the Pallid Hand. Yeah, that's pretty much who I'm going with for my Death Guard. So this is all showcasing people's artwork here. Worlds of Warhammer. Codex compliant. What sort of commander would you prefer to be? Okay, let's try this. What sort of commander would you prefer to be? A. Meet the enemy eye to eye and blade to blade. Time spent not hacking the foe to bits is time wasted. B. Hold steady, let the enemy come to me and break them upon my indomitable defenses. Turn to page 12. C. A balanced approach is best, incorporating strategic and tactical flexibility to think out as well as outfight the enemy. Turn to page 13. Do we have a vote? A, B, or C? I don't even know if this will help. Probably not.
Current Doc.
C?
IDBC.
Okay. So we go to page 13. Alright, C. A balanced approach is best, incorporating strategic and tactical flexibility to outthink as well as outfight the enemy. Would you rather apply your strategies and tactics in a stand-up fight, or are your watchwords stealth, terror, and trickery? So we have our two options are: I'll look my enemies in the eye when I slay them, the better to see their realization that they have been hopelessly outmaneuvered and outfought, or shadows are made for sneaking through and back. Oh, I'm sorry, sneaking through and backs are made for stabbing or shooting. I'm not fussy. A or B? A. Just how fanatical are you about your cause? Your options are A. There is no such thing as an excess of zeal, for faith is its own reward. Or B. I'd rather put my trust in stoicism and level-headed discipline. B. A or B?
Current dog. B.
B? I'd rather. Okay, so how progressive or adaptable is your creed? You have A would be there are right things to do and a right way to do them, or flexibility has its virtues within reason. A or B?
Current dog.
Okay.
B.
What do you hate the most? A. Those Emperor damned aliens, every last one of them. Your new army is Death Watch. Or B. I hate all of humanity's enemies equally. Your new army is Adeptus Astartes. Maybe I shouldn't have read that. Oh, I'm sorry. Or C. Disorder, ill discipline, and people who don't follow the codex. And I'll leave that one. I won't tell you who that is. A, B, or C?
Current dog.
B?
B.
Okay, so you're just bland Adeptus Astartes. C was your new army is Ultramarines. You almost picked Ultramarines, dude. Almost. That's kind of cool. There's a lot to it. What do we got here? This looks like the new Space Hulk stuff that they're trying to portray. And of course they've done it in such a way to represent some floors, I guess. Dark Tide into the Tertium Hive. Let me see if I can at least get some of this in here for you guys.
Current dog. Sounds like the lion to me, lol.
Yeah, I hear you. Let's see here. So they painted up some folks. I don't suppose that these are actual models. Oh wait, hold on. Where would they have gotten the models for this? Modeling and painting. And okay, so they kit bash basically. Okay. The Psyker and the Ogren. So that's pretty cool right there. Not entirely sure how they made that. It's probably, I don't know what that is up top there. Kit bash converting Dark Tide characters, of course. So, I guess my question is, where did you get the original models from? This is as bad as the instructions they provide half the time. Necron's Army of Renown, Cult of the Cryptek Warlord traits, which will all be basically no good here soon. Kill team engage. Matt versus Lyle. Wait a minute, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd have to really read this to pay attention to what's going on. So this looks like kind of a battle report between 5 different armies in the new dark, or what is it? Gosh, I can't even think what it's called now. We got a Harlequin over here. Arcs of Omen, that's what I was going to say. Thousand Suns, Tau. Adapt or die, a Farstalker kin band is pursued by relentless human adversaries. This guy literally has some kind of arrow stuck in his eye. And he's not going down. Must be, oh, because it's Kroot, so maybe they were using an arrow. Kroot Shaper. I remember when that first model came out, like way back when, and you could only get it if you went to Games Day, and all of my friends and I were in Okinawa, Japan, so that was literally impossible. Spec Ops campaign. If you're playing this mission as part of a Spec Ops campaign for Kill Team, the following mission rules also apply. At the end of the battle, if you scored 8 or more victory points from the mission objectives, you can automatically pass one recovery test. Do not roll for it or re-roll one casualty test. I don't know Kill Team at the moment. I have stuff, I just have never had a chance to play. So this all looks like Kill Team missions. Yeah, it's a mission pack, so that on the side would help if I read it. Letters. Wait. Okay. It goes from the warp. Okay, so no, these are not letters. Brush tips, painting the Greater Thurian League. So how to paint Votan, if that's what you want to do. That's not bad. I like that color. I like the sword work. Maybe someday I'll get into Votan, but I don't know. I just don't. This little truck right here is pretty cool, but the models just don't really do anything for me. This is stupid. These little grav bikes, they're just dumb. Absolutely dumb. And the way that their legs are, now, I mean, obviously it probably would look different in my hand, but the way their legs are, it looks like all of a sudden at the shin level, they just, you know, no disrespect to my buddies, you know, but they look like somebody who had their legs blown off and now they're wearing, you know, prosthetics. It's not a very good look to me. This just looks like a squash Terminator. All of these do, actually. Almost Saturnine, and what the heck? Gandalf came out to fight? What the heck? That guy's not even wearing any stinking armor. And I guess those are drones of some type. Age of Sigmar. We'll get into that when I start putting all those models together, but it's a pretty neat board, that's for sure. Post-battle chat. So that was a battle report. Warcry dashboard. Okay, so this will probably explain how those cards work. I can tell you that I would probably, most likely, if I did this, make something to where the dice and things like that sat in it, if you had to really do all that. Again, I've never played Warcry, so I don't know. British Momentum. The Choppas with some orcs. This looks like they're using contrast paints. Yeah, of course it would help if I read. So that says classic style. this says contrast style. So yeah. Well, at least I'm able to pick it out. That's kind of cool. This artwork is amazing. Realm rules, Flashpoint Clash. Glory points, exploring a new way to play. Nemesis. What is it? What is this? The Gnarlwood core set. Is this fantasy? It looks like it's some kind of fantasy. Yeah, Warband. Okay. This must be a game I don't know about. Column of Iron. Horus Heresy. Nice. So we've got this mission here. I'm going to put this up as best I can so you guys will have this if you want to be able to read it and stuff later. And then, hold on, I can make that better. There you go. There's another one. See, I've saved you having to buy a magazine. There's another one, Hunter Killers. Oops. Hold on. Okay. And this is Necromunda. Legends of a Chapter Part 2. I don't remember Part 1. The Tome Keepers. Yeah, I do remember this. They're back with a new short story. But this time it's all about the Fifth Company. We take a closer look at the inspiration behind the tale. Alright, well, let's find the story. Is this... oh, wait. It's Black Library? Man, I don't think I can read that. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to read that. Hobby Bingo? That's still a thing? What? Now those are some Tyranids you would never lose on the board. Good God. But I'll bet he got that army painted fast. Alright, let's see. And this is the latest issue. Of course, as you see, it did not come in a cardboard thing. Hold on, I gotta tear it open. Hopefully this one will have more. There's something hard in here. Okay. Hopefully this one will have more 40k. This is Leagues of Votan, looks like. The Winding Road. Oh, okay, so they've got Age of Sigmar in the front now. But for 40k, oh man, see what they do to the damn... I'm telling you. In my opinion, if you're paying for a subscription, all this stuff should come protected, because you're not buying it just to buy it, you're buying it to collect them. At least I do. Galactic Warhost, Heroes and Villains, a gallery of stunning characters built and painted by members of the studio. Battle Report, A Minor Detour, a minor, M-I-N-E-R, play on words. It's Leagues of Votan versus Genestealer cults in a high-octane space chase. Brush Tips, Flashpoint Nephilim, Armies of the Anomaly, Flashpoint Nephilim, Depths of the Tomb, and Kill Team Engage. Artillery Bombardment, Missiles for everyone, plus 3 Age of Darkness missions for the Scorpius tank. Sons of the Emperor, a gallery of Primarchs painted by Golden Demon winner Damian Tomasina, if I didn't say that wrong. The wrong type of green, a mob of Grots fight Yumis, but these Yumis have too many arms and smell weird. So probably Genestealer cults. Inside the studio, check out the games we played. Okay. So you'll have to forgive me about kind of going through the Age of Sigmar stuff. Again, it's not really... Oh, that's cool. Skate or Die. They made a little half pipe and they got bricks over here, and that's pretty cool. Dude's literally skateboard up here. That's legit right there. Hold on. Warhammer Age of Sigmar Army Selector. So now you got that going on from what we did last time. But why... Wait, what? Hold on. No, this is different. Hold on, that's Warhammer Age of Sigmar. But then you get over here. Nope, still Age of Sigmar, but they're showing a freaking... Is that a Necron? Or some kind of Tomb King thing? Looks like a Necron initially. This is a model I do not possess that I would like to have, is these giants. The Kraken Strikes. The Great Stomp, Part 3. Rules of Engagement. Faction for... Oh. So this looks like... Okay, let me read this to you guys. One of the most exciting new tools in our arsenal is a robust and automated analytics pipeline. This pipeline pulls in data on a daily basis from Age of Sigmar events all around the world, which is then fed into sophisticated software that allows us to break down and analyze this data. We've developed tools to parse army rosters in various formats, so that we can get data at a per war scroll level. This allows us to identify internal balance issues, dominant or rarely chosen selections, how specific units perform against each faction, and how often each unit type is reinforced or taken multiple times, among many other factors. And the thing they left out is to allow them to know which models to make and sell more of. I guess we're all stupid and we don't realize that. Ooh, that guy. Alright, well there's confirmation. I always wondered if you were allowed at Warhammer World to have drinks and stuff at the table, and they definitely do. There's beer right there. Man, that would suck if that fell over. But the one question I don't have an answer to that I would love to know is, these tables, these are battle mats, if I'm not mistaken. And I would like to know who makes them for Games Workshop. What is this? This is a card. So this is the... what is this called? I can't remember now. We had this in like two White Dwarfs ago or something like that. This is all okay. Warcry, Warhammer Underworld. What the hell? All kinds of pictures of cards. Okay, Warhammer 40,000. Got some Eldar against the Votan, but I thought we were supposed to be dealing with Genestealers. I don't know. And it looks like it's Ulthway, just painted differently. I have never, ever seen anyone field a Warwalker in my life. Never. I don't even own any. It's got some kind of... I think that those are 2 fire prisms. I have the older one. But that's okay. Heroes and villains. We got the Grey Knight baby carrier. We got Bellathor and Magnus. Very neon painted. What is this thing? Lord Discordant? I've never seen that model. It's okay. I don't really like it though. Hey, look at that. Nazdrag Ug Erdgrub. And he looks like he's inside of a dreadnought body. Or at least the upper sarcophagus portion. That's pretty cool. Knights of Redemption Captain. Black Vultures Captain. Now see, what's the rule, you know, for a mod? You know, you're not supposed to be penalized, is my understanding, if you try to model, you know, things higher or whatever. But, I mean, I wonder what the statistics are on arguments of line of sight in that regard. So they took a Gazgul model and turned him into a Big Mech. That's cool. A minor detour. Whatever these cards are. Battle report. Looks like Gene Stealer Cults against the Votan. Try to... So they've got, I don't know anything about the Votan, so you'll have to forgive me, but they've got a, they got a breakdown. You know what, I'm not even going to try to read that. I'll just put it up for you guys to see. Sam, you need a haircut. Sam Pearson. This looks like I don't know, this looks like an old ambush type mission from 3rd edition. They're clearly chasing them down. Hold on, let me just back up and see what the conditions are here. I'm almost positive that's where they pulled this from. No, it's not there. It just says trying to break out of the ambush. Okay, they have a rolling road. Alright. To create the rolling road, James and Sam placed down 3 Manufactorum battlefields in a row. Then set up some terrain on them. When the vehicles leave a board section, it will be removed and added to the other end of the set along with the new terrain to create the rolling road. Simple. Yeah, I remember that. That's exactly what I was talking about. What I'm looking for is victory conditions. I'm not seeing them. So it looks like they have to not only outrun them, but they also had to dismount and investigate buildings. So that's kind of cool. Okay. Well, this is old school. So, and I have this model of the old Morgan Raw. The new one, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it looks in a way cooler, I guess, because it's not so old. But the face literally looks like a Necron. I mean, check this out. And I think I've talked about that before. Tell me it doesn't look like a Necron to you. That looks just like a Necron. I mean, maybe if there was something, you know, I don't know. What am I trying to say? Something, some story behind why he has that. Maybe it's a mask he's wearing. I don't know. Armies of Anomaly. I know a lot of this I'm probably never gonna get involved with. Depths of the Tomb, that's what it was. You put your guys on there to mark, you know, where you're at, your commanders, and then you were flipping over, you know, whichever one, and it told you what was going on. Now I remember. Yeah. It's a campaign, actually. Well, that's weird. I don't know. I don't now I feel like I'm lost. I'd have to reread that. We when that first came out, we went through that one pretty extensively, I think, in the video, but I've already forgotten it. Kill team, more bang for your buck. Let's see. There we go. Artillery bombardment, Horus Heresy. Get this up for you guys. Hold on. Alright. Counter battery attack. New rules. Tank hunter cadres. Okay. And now we've got Primarchs, Magnus Red, Alfarius, Lehman Russ. I want all these Primarchs, but I'm not going to buy them from Forge World. Having to deal with that resin, that's ridiculous. Lionel Johnson, there he is. And there's old Vulcan. Conrad Kurz. See, he doesn't look too bad there. but I just cannot get over the stupid Batwing helmets. They're stupid. Sanguinus. He's kind of weird looking. Rebute Gilliman. That's back during the Horus Heresy. Mortarion. I gotta say, if this was done by the studio, that's not a really good paint job, in my opinion. Lorgar, Perturabo, Chagatai Khan. That's pretty awesome, especially that sword, man. That's legit. This Perturabo is pretty good too. Lorgar, I never liked the model, just looks too plain. The wrong type of green. Yeah, I can't read that, dang it. And I think that's it for White Dwarf Hobby Bingo. Bleh. Alright, so now, what are we building? We're building this guy right here. And since we have 4 of him, we have to consider, well, one of these, it's gonna take a bit for the one, because it's going to be joined with an Imperial Knight, like in Dawn of War 3, the cinematic, where the Imperial Knight shoves his chainsword, through the abdomen of one of these. But it's going to be done in such a way that it's all magnetized, so that these guys, both the Knight and the Wraith Knight, the Imperial Knight and Wraith Knight, can both be taken apart from one another and put back on their bases. So, otherwise, other than that, there'll be a diorama. Everything else that was in this box we've already put together. So, and of course, we don't get box sets like this anymore that are worth a damn from Games Workshop. Alright. So, grab that, glue, and let's grab our base that we made. Wherever I happen to set it down. There it is. So what will eventually happen is I'll basically have a pin, that sticks at us, and it's going to go up into the Wraith Knight's foot. Now, I have never put one of these together before, so that's another challenge, and it's a good God, look at the size of that sword. That's as big as my stinking hand. That's crazy. Alright. Let's see here. Instructions. Tell you what. Let's see if those instructions happen to be online. That way you guys can follow along a little better. Wraith Knight. And it might be better for me as well. That's not a very good picture, that's for sure. Can't even really make out the numbers. Alright, well, I tried, guys. It's not looking good. It's a very horrible scan. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is find the pelvis section. So it's probably safe to say that we can take this part and just set it off to the side. 69 and 83. Those are that's a hell of a set of numbers to start out with. Here's 69. Am I going to be chasing this through sprues? God, I hope not. I really hope not. Excuse me. I think it's 83. There it is. All right, cool. I'm sure once I get the first one put together, the rest will be a lot simpler. I'll know what I'm looking for and all that. And I won't, most likely I will not get this guy done, put together tonight, but the goal will be to get the legs and the pelvis area done and how we want them positioned for this guy. Alright. I'm actually really excited about putting this guy together. All of them, actually. I mean, they look amazing. Oh, and all of our crazy glue came in. Alright, let's see. But I've already got this open, so we're going to go ahead and use that. You're probably gonna see me do a lot of dry fitting because I do not want a chance messing this model up. Okay, now we need to find 68 and 76, which I'm pretty sure I saw those already. Oh, wrong one. And if everything is similar to the Imperial Knight, chances are I'll have to make the cuts that I need to reposition the legs somewhere at the knee. I'm hoping that I don't have to make more cuts, but I don't know that for certain. And like I said, I'm going to be taking my time on these guys because I can't afford to ruin them in any way. And I really want to, you know, run it through my head, so if I feel like I've got to stop, I'm going to stop. You know, whenever that is. Especially because like I said, I've never put one of these together before. And while it shouldn't seem like it's a big deal, and it may not be. It may not be a big deal at all, actually. I'm curious. Okay, so then that could change everything. Well, shit. I wish I'd have known that. I didn't put that much glue on here. Okay. So that's going to change things for us. Let's take a look at the box again. Only I got a smaller box. Okay, so that's the pose that they're designing for us. The problem is I need this foot at a minimum to be higher, or this leg to be higher on here. It's not a whole lot higher. So what I'm thinking is maybe I only have to worry about the foot down here, but I'm not sure with this piece right here how much wiggle room I'm going to have. I mean, I suppose if you take a look at this leg, you could kick the foot out and then maybe bend it up. Alright, what we're going to do, we're going to go very light with the glue, very light, so that we can, if we don't like it, we can pull it off. Worst case, I'll have to snap that off with the, you know, this part right here stuck inside. But I don't think we'll have to worry about that too bad. And I can always glue it back to or pin it if I need to. What we didn't do was we didn't put any glue around this part, which was by design. I just wanted it on that piece. So we'll go with that. And then, okay, so that sticks down. Yeah, okay. Let those cure a little bit. Alright. So next we've got the upper thigh. Looks like. And it's going to be 89 and 84. 89, 84. The only thing that's going to suck about these guys is I know I'm going to like them so much I'm going to want to play with them, and if I were to ever go to a game store to play, no one's going to want to play against them. Most likely. Alright, so let me put these together. Does anything else go in there? Maybe not. Hope not. Okay. It looks like we got a little wiggle room for knee stuff going on here. Hold on, let me look at that again. Okay. Don't want to get any glue in that joint area right there. Okay. 77 and 82. Trying to find this piece right here. I don't see it. I don't know. There it is, 94.
MFB says, may I ask how long you've been doing this?
This model or the hobby? This model, just, I don't know, maybe 10 or 20 minutes.
MFB says, the hobby.
Since 1998. But I mean, I was not able to put all the stuff together that I've purchased, and that's the mission that I'm on now. How long have you been doing it? Of course, I started out with, you know, airplanes, World War II airplanes and stuff. I wasn't really good at it, but I mean, because I was a kid when I did that stuff. I never did cars. It didn't really interest me.
MFB says, never. I've been wanting to buy, but don't know if I have the artistic touch, you know?
So, that is probably the biggest obstacle for most people. Here's what I would tell you to do. Buy something used off of eBay, and then experiment. That way, you're getting it at a lot cheaper
MFB
price.
says, if I wanted to start, where should I start?
Right, I guess I got ahead of you. That's what I would do, and I would do something that's, you know, fun. Like you're looking at that model and you think, okay, I want to do that. Don't worry about other people's paint jobs. I'm the biggest hypocrite on that. But don't worry about other people's paint jobs. Don't worry about the standard at which you think you should be painting. Start small and simple. It's really about repetition. The easiest way to get started, honestly, would be to buy one model, you know, and do you have like a Dollar General or Dollar Tree around you at all? If you do, I don't have, oh wait, yes I do. You can get this stuff. LA is totally awesome. This is the best stuff I have ever used in the entirety of me doing this to strip paint. So if you're not happy with the outcome when you're done, not when you're, you know, going through it. When you're done, use this. You just dunk it in there. It's not going to hurt your model at all, plastic or metal. Let it sit for, you know, a day or so. And then you can, you know, most of it will come right off, but then you can just take it off as long as you don't seal it like with anything. Once you use a sealant, then it makes it a little bit harder to get it off, but it will come off. And it doesn't stink, it doesn't give you a headache or anything like that. And I mean, I literally strip whole armies, you know, at a time with this stuff. It's amazing. That's what I would do. An easy model for you to start with would be a used. I mean, what's fun to you? Like, what have you looked at that you enjoy? That's the first thing to think about. And what you see me doing is not what you want to be doing, because I'm not really gluing this together. I'm doing just enough to make sure I get the pose that I need.
MFB says, Necrons.
Okay. Well, Necrons are super easy. So, you could, I mean, hell, you probably don't even need to buy used ones, but if you can get them cheaper, I would. All you need is a can of black spray paint, honestly. Make sure that you're constantly shaking it. Don't go out when it's super cold or wet or humid, you know, and just, you know, undercoat it, you know, with the black. And you don't want to be too close to it, you know, like, let's just say this is my spray can. You want to be somewhere in the ballpark of like this, and what you're going to do is you're literally going to, you know, go across, you know, with your finger like that. Now you can mount this, you know, mount the piece on something so that way you don't have to get your hands, you know, dirty or on the model. You can use 3M double-sided tape or something like that. Oh gosh, what's it called? Blue tack or whatever. You know, anything like that to mount it to something. Or you could temporarily glue it to something, you know, and then you don't have to touch it. Once you've got the spray on, and you don't have to fit every little nook and cranny, okay? What you really want to focus on is like the undersides, because those are the parts you're not even going to paint, and it'll give you the shadows that you want. And then once it, you know, you've got what you need, and make sure it's very light. Don't let the paint build up, and don't be too far back, you know, so that the paint has time to aerosol out and become specks or dusty on your model. You know, we're talking, you know, like I said, about this far. You know, notice I'm hitting the spray, you know, as I do it. Once you're done and you've let this thing dry fully, you know, say 10 or 15 minutes, dry brush for Necrons is your best friend. And dry brush is an art in itself and intimidates the crap out of people, but it's super easy. There's many tutorials online, so I'll just, you know, cover this real quick for you. All you gotta do, put some paint oh wait, let me take a step back. The one thing you don't want to do with dry brush, the cardinal rule in my opinion, is don't use a paper towel or paper, anything dry to get the paint off your brush. What you're going to do is you're going to load up your brush with paint. An important part about your paintbrush is to make sure that you never get paint. This is obviously not a paintbrush, but you get my point. Don't allow any paint to get basically from where the edge of this razor blade is up. Okay, so basically from there up, because once you get paint in here, you're gonna ruin your brush. It's not gonna stay where it needs to be or what have you. So anyway, we want to load up all the bristles here with paint. Then you're gonna take a damp cloth or whatever, something damp, and I mean damp, not like it's got any water if you wring it out or anything. And then you're gonna basically rub your brush back and forth. Notice how I'm keeping my brush up here. I'm not doing this so that paint can get in the gosh, I can't remember what it's called now. Anyway, this area of the brush, you want to do it like this.
MFB says, thanks for the tip, man. I'm going out for lunch, but we'll leave this on so I can rewatch it later.
No problem. That's all I'll keep telling you. Anyway, once you've got to where no paint's actually
and
coming
by the
off.
way, I'm from Malaysia. Not so much stuff here. eBay, I guess.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, once you've got it to where there's like no paint coming off the brush, believe it or not, there's still paint there. And then you're just going to take your model, and me personally, I would go from top down. And don't try to get inside here, because you want those places to be dark. And then just top down all the way around the model, and it'll take a few coats or whatever, or a few passes around the model, but I'm telling you, you're going to like the way it looks. And then anything that you're looking at, you're like, well, that spot right there, you can always go back and lightly touch that up or what have you. It's not huge. It's not a huge deal. So, and that would get you started on a lot. So. Not exactly sure how tall this model is. So that will be interesting to learn. Alright, lower leg assembly. 88, 87, and 85. So they should all be here. this is the bottom of the foot. This piece goes like that. But they want, hold on, what? They want that joint. They want that to fit in there, which means I can't rotate it. So if I cut that out, I should be able to rotate it some. I'm gonna look at it first before I do that. Yeah, so in theory, I should be able to just cut that little tip off and then this should rotate. The good thing is cutting the tip off doesn't have any bearing on my ability to glue it, so. And this is the leg that I want anyway. So let's see here. Okay. Guess that wasn't glued yet. So there's somewhere in the ballpark of this, except I'm not sure why. Something's not right. Oh, that's why. All right, let me look at that in the box. Okay, so something like that. We're going to do the same to the other leg too, just in case we've got to have that wiggle room to move the leg back and forth. Even with the Imperial Knights, this is probably the most tedious portion, even over magnetization in a way. Of course, they've got so many different weapons compared to this guy. But I will be magnetizing the arms for this guy so that he can have both the sword as well as the other stuff. I mean, I'll be doing that with all of them, to be clear. Damn, this one just does not want to glue on as light as I want it to be. It's not really reaching in there because of the pelvis right here, and that's the main problem. I would call that a design flaw. Of course, you know, you could glue all of this, but I don't want to. Especially since that part right there is such a weak proponent that if I try to break this off, this is going to go first. And I don't want to have to ever glue that. There we go. Alright, I'm thinking about getting rid of this as well, to be honest with you, just to give me all of the movement that I would like to have. Because it would be easy to glue it right here at these joints. Just not sure we need to do that. And any strength we can get would be great. What I gotta figure out is how much leg we have. I'm guessing you guys are seeing what I'm doing now. Alright, so I think what we'll do, we'll press ahead before we put that together, get these cleaned up, and then get the feet on so that we at least know what's going on there. Again, use a dull blade. So you don't end up cutting more than you need to. It's still possible, but less likely. Okay. Put it on backwards. Actually, I put the wrong leg on. I was wondering why that seemed a little tighter than it was supposed to. cutting that off because I figured I was gonna need that room, even if it's just like a millimeter or something. Alright, 66, 65, and 67. There's 65. Two. Okay. I waited until the end to do all of these because it would be kind of a reward for getting the rest of them done. As silly as that sounds, and as probably frustrating as some of them may end up being, I have no idea. The Revenant Titan, I'm excited to put it together, but I know it's going to be. I feel like it's going to be a huge chore. And of course the one Wraith Knight that I'm going to do that's going to need to have the pose or the ability to pose for the diorama. That one's going to be a pain. because I'm probably going to have to put it together along with Imperial Knight at the same time, just to get things going the way I need them to. And I mean, honestly, who knows if I'll even want to take them apart to use them? Because I mean, who fields 4 Wraith Knights, you know, and a Titan? I could see you fielding 3 Wraith Knights and a Titan, but I don't know. I mean, I just like everything being modular, nothing fixed. And that's a lot of money to make a diorama that you can't even do anything with. I'm starting to feel like maybe I need to pour another one of these rhino pieces, but do it the other way. The only thing is I won't have the Aquila here that I want. But I think we'll be alright. Wish I had some blue tack here. I don't. Let's see. Like that. Also don't want the rhino piece sticking so far off. It gets in the way of other bases and things like that. I guess I could just not have him stepping on the rhino. But where's the fun in that, right? See here. All this stuff is like one big giant puzzle until you figure out how you want it. Could work there. Yeah. That's what we'll do right there. So I don't need to worry about that. I just need to get this foot put in place. And that's always what you're looking for, is where that piece is going to go and how far. Sounds like my little man woke up. Seems like we're got a good spot going.
Jim Bailey. I.
Hi. 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 Just kidding, Jim. That'll work. Let me just see what that looks. Just want to see what that looks like. It would show how nimble it is, but I'm not entirely sold on how that looks with the foot like that. But up like that looks pretty decent, except that what's supporting it is not the ball joint, it's this back piece. But I don't think that's really going to matter in the long run because this should be covered up, I think. Maybe not. Because this is the top of the foot. So that's a lot showing. When it's supposed to be like that. Doesn't look so bad with the thing on. So maybe we can do that and just twist it out that way. Let's say we do that. Probably shave some of that off. See where it's, well, instead of shaving that off, we shave off in here. That would be better. Yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to cut all this out right here and cut it deep. I can hear you guys now. No! And again, if you're a Space Marine player, like, destroy that Xenos. Nope. Need some more still. There we go. That's what we were looking for. Yeah, that looks 10 times better. Hell yeah. Excellent. That's how you do it. Now we'll go back and glue all this stuff in. go, guys. A little bit of a wider stride, and we got that piece of molded rhino in there, and the rest of it should be cake. I mean, you know, all things considered. I won't be doing that tonight, though, of course. We accomplished what we wanted to get done tonight, which is the most finicky part. Yeah. And I only put enough glue on the bottoms here in case I have to take it off for whatever reason. I can, but there's still enough on there to really hold it, you know, barring getting dropped on the floor or something. Man, that's nice and heavy on the bottom too, because of this piece. That gives me some confidence for the Revenant Titan. That's going to be considerably taller than these guys, and using the piece of Land Raider. Using the molded or cast Land Raider as the base for that guy, you know, that's gonna be, this thing's pretty beefy, so I'm pretty positive that it's not gonna, you know, topple over with this on there, and this will be the base. I might do something on the outside of it just to build up like some dirt or whatever, like it was buried, but I mean, this is basically the base for that Titan. I just gotta really see like what the pose of the legs is gonna be. I'm thinking not something spread out like this, more, you know, like jumping, you know, like over it or something, you know, where the legs are closer together. And that's, you know, that's where this will come into play, but or help, but we'll see. Sometimes things change, plans change. So with that being said, guys, gals, or anybody watching, one, thank you for watching. Two, please like, share, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. You know, Twitch, Instagram, you name it. And if you're watching this after the fact, please leave a comment. So, if you made it this far. So, all that said, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.